What's going on, everyone? With Guardian Games coming to a close this weekend, I decided to make a short video to talk about what I believe the pros and the cons are, as well as maybe some constructive feedback to enhance the event for next year if they continue with this. So, without any more ado, let's talk about the pros first. The first pro I want to mention is about the Heir Apparent Catalyst. I think it's a great catalyst. It's very fun for PvE, mob control, really tanking a bunch of bad guys and enemies. That's always the power fantasy anyway. And it's also very fun for PvP. It doesn't change games and outcomes too much to make it OP because it's a power weapon and it's got limited ammo. But it does make it a fun time. It's kind of memey. It's fun to watch Guardians scatter as you're like running at them or slowly walking towards them. So it's a great catalyst. So I like that. The next thing is the aesthetic of the event, as well as the armor, the emotes, the ghost, etc. I think they all look really cool. The tower looks really cool. I do know there's an issue with a lot of people being that it's all Eververse tied to, but it's not totally paid for all of it, because I'm pretty sure a lot, if not all, actually were available for Bright Dust throughout the event, so you could at least get your hands on it. Would be nice for it, some of it to be tied towards Triumph completions or whatnot, but it's not a deal breaker. Anyway, good job on the way they look. The last thing I like about this event is the community trash talking and how much they really get involved with it, from before leading up to it all the way to now. You know, I'm a Titan main. We got steamrolled through this event. By no means am I mad about it. I loved all the memes and all the comments that were made about us. You know, we won last year and we rubbed it in people's faces, and rightfully so, to get rubbed back into ours. No other event for Destiny at all does that, so that was really great. It's great for the community to have that kind of camaraderie and competition with each other. All right, so now let's talk about the cons. So, main con is the events and playlists themselves. It's not very fun, honestly, if I be completely honest. The strike playlist is a good idea, it just didn't really hit the mark. The buffs and debuffs didn't really matter when you're doing a 1100 strike or whatever it was, so it wasn't that fun. And the closing ceremonies is very lackluster. There was nothing going on there. It wasn't even like a real ceremony. Just chat with Zavai a little bit and get your triumph if it wasn't bugged for some people. And that was kind of it. So totally, it wasn't Bounty Simulator, but it kind of was Bounty Simulator. So I do think that would need to be improved upon greatly to make the actual event fun. So that's going to lead to my feedback, what the improvements I think should be. So I think there should be two playlists. One for your PvE guys and one for your PvP guys. Starting with the PvE one, I like the idea of the strike playlist. But instead of it being all the same class, I think it should be you be paired up with each class. Then the strike has a score to it. You get high scores for amount of enemy kills, amount of revives, boss kills, whatever, ones you could think of it. And at the end of the strike, whoever had the highest score got the gold medal, and then second highest silver medal, and so on. To me, that'd make it even across the board, regardless of the population of each class. You're going against each one another head to head. Let's see who can compete and get the best medals. I think that'd be a great event, and the community would absolutely love it. Now for PvP, I think they should make a playlist specific and go by the same rules. It should be a 2v2v2, and you pair with 2 Titans, 2 Hunters, 2 Warlocks. But give it the twist of Crimson Days. Since Crimson Days kind of got axed, and presumably to put development into this, they could have still used the same sort of game mode where, being close to your teammate gave you the buff. If they died, you got a buff. Things of that nature. I think it'd be really fun and competitive, as well as after the rounds and matches are over, whoever won got the gold medal, and then silver and bronze. So it would also be even across the board. Be competing against other Guardians like a real Olympic type event and getting your medals even versus having 10,000 more hunters getting medals or so on, etc. I think this would go a long way with the community on both sides, the PvE and the PvP. and it would be actually competing against one another. You could actually say, yes, us warlocks are better at strikes. Yes, us hunters are better at PvP. You could even have separate like medals, almost like events. Like, yes, the strike event goes to the hunters. The crucible event goes to whatever, and then you could have a total win at the end. It'd be awesome. It'd be fun. It'd be competitive, and the community, I believe, would really, really get behind it. And that, lastly, I want to talk about the community and the way we should give our constructive feedback to Bungie. You got to be reasonable with a lot of it. There's so many people wanting, SRL to come back, wanting weird events, long jump contests, stuff at the tower. And the thing you have to realize is there's a lot of development process in making something brand new. The things that I suggested are still different enough, but still within the realms of development stuff Bungie's already done. So it's more reasonable. And us as a community should come together. When we have thousands of people saying thousands of different things, they're not going to pick one or two or the other. So if we all kind of focus in on something we really like or really hate, Bungie does make sure they try to fix it or do more of it. We've seen that in the past. So just think about that whenever you're complaining or giving your feedback. Try to agree with people. Try to come together with like one sensible path that's also sensible for them to develop and put their time to it. Anyway, that's my thoughts. Let me know in the comments if you like these, if you don't like these, and yeah, y'all have a good one.